There's so much that has been transpiring lately, and of course it's another wave. Yeah, we're constantly in this interaction and of timelines and energy waves that are kind of in sync with what we each of us individually are going through. Since it is our creation, our timeline, I know for a fact, in my case, that everything I have been experiencing in the last few months is exactly what I've been needing to experience so that I would be able to fine-tune my human journey in this now moment. Particularly, I've been working deeply with boundaries, energy leaks, self-doubt, mistrust, sense of direction, and hence so the experiences that I have co-created with my relationships, my immediate family, and people around me have shown me exactly, given me the opportunity to experience either lack of boundaries or too much energy being directed at others, not at me, losing myself, losing my sense of direction, distracting myself, perhaps feeling stuck in patterns of behavior, self-defeating, boycotting, sabotage. And I know I can see it with clarity now, but to be able to see this with open eyes, it has meant for me to have gone through a lot of really hardcore experiences that at times have really toppled me. And it really takes self-mastery. I know that everything that I have experienced in my life in the past, even I'm not even go 3 years back, but just in this year alone, have taught me more about myself than anything else. And I'm talking about being able to sustain my sense of individuality, my freedom, my power, my integrity, my values. Question the why I do what I do, the how I show up to others, the why sometimes I have felt like I can't sustain relationships because I can't trust them, and then coming to the realization that it is me who I am not trusting. I'm not trusting myself. It is all a projection of what I am doubting about myself. So it has nothing to do with the other. My own addictions, my own inability sometimes to really show up for myself and be proactive and plan and be disciplined. Wow. Yeah. We are in a maturation time at the moment. I can go on to the exact mechanics of the archetypes, the energetic archetypes at play from the astrological perspective, whether it's geocentric or heliocentric. I'm sure there's plenty of information about that, but what I do want to point out is, as of today, we have about 5 planets in retrograde, which means always for me, and I have many videos about this, it's energies in review. We are all reviewing ourselves, reviewing things that have kept us small. And this is part of the maturation process. We can project it all outside. We can blame everything from governments all the way out down to ourselves, from outside to in, but it's all projected first in the mental plane and then attracted magnetically, because we are electromagnetic beings. So everything that is happening in your life is because of you. It's not happening to you. It's happening because of you. And when you really truly grasp that concept, that is radical freedom and responsibility. When we stop pointing the finger and move it back and saying, how am I showing up for myself here and now? Why am I in a mindset where perhaps I am attracting lack or chaos or whatever it is? Then we really start looking at our own thought processes and our own bodies. Maybe we find that we have unprocessed stories that we keep telling ourselves, and we're really stuck. And hence why I opened this new program called Unstuck Yourself. Jump out of the merry-go-round, because we are in a merry-go-round collectively at humanity and at universal level. But each time we're going through a spiral as well, and we are evolving. But we need to realize that we have generated this self-revolving reality, and we have the power as a collective, powerful beings with this incredible physical, energetic technology that we grow every day to actually break the wheel. And yet we keep choosing it because we keep promoting, sustaining, supporting a system that is outdated. And then we're getting all very freaked out about new technologies and AI and whatnot, because we can't even embrace the fact that it is up to us how we actually make it through the next phase of re-evolution. How are we evolving as a human species and cosmic beings that we are? So until we cannot face ourselves, our own shadows and our own demons, as long as we do not integrate it and we're constantly projecting out there, we are going to keep recreating the merry-go-round. So Pluto right now going into review into Capricorn for the last 10 weeks, which is self-freedom and responsibility, and Neptune, or reviewing our belief systems, reviewing our own mechanisms of control. Can we let go of control? But we like control, but we hate it, but we fight it. But can we actually let go of our own control? There's so many contradictions at the moment, and they're meant to, because we're meant to go through this passageway of mirrors and mirrors and mirrors. It is the biggest game that we have co-created together as an open source of collective consciousness. And yet we have forgotten that we created this existence and this game, and we're actually playing it. And we are the creators, the observers, the gamers, the characters in the game, and the game itself, all of it. And so it is really time to stop projecting, pointing the finger, thinking that things are happening to us, and truly take a grasp of what's going on in your life and have a really open look, honest look. I have. And for me, obviously, my work is also working with the body at somatic level, and I just came out of an 8-day fasting protocol that I guided with beautiful 8 people, and I'm still working with somatic yoga offering. And it is incredible to see how much we resist change, how much we resist our capacity to actually let go of that which we know it's holding us back, and then we hold on to our dear life. It's like we have to let go of the rope because it's blocking us, it's holding us, but we can't. It's too scary. We have to be brave, because more and more people are coming into the same conclusion, and then eventually this is going to be a wave that grows. We are in the 3rd wave now, If you have heard the work of Dolores Cannon or not, but let's say this is another opportunity with all of these energetics at play, with the sun weather becoming more and more bright and more crystalline in its structure, yeah, and there's this sense of surprise, yeah, this impending moment of something is about to happen. And you're right, something is about to happen. We make it happen. We cannot be holding our breaths anymore, literally and symbolically, yeah. Everything is in review. Our own relationship with ourselves is in review. So it is time to grow up, and we need to let go of that, all of those systems that we hold on to. And because that's what Aquarius will be asking from us. When Pluto moves into Aquarius, the age of Aquarius is actually radical freedom. New ways of doing things from a perspective of the collective good for everybody, community, communal, actively taking responsibility of my own choices, and at the same time knowing that my choices have to benefit the whole. So the service for all versus the service for self. Service for self is over. It's service for all, and there's no savior. There are no saviors, and I'm saying it again. We are the ones we've been waiting for. From the micro to the macro. And more this information will start coming forward in so many ways. And there's so many layers and so many interpretations. But ultimately, I would say, really take a deep look at yourself in the mirror and see what is needing to change in you right here, right now, so that you step forward into your own mastery and get in alignment with life force, which is moving through you, and it wants to express itself in you, for you, in your unique way. And each one of us hold a timeline, a particularly precise, unique timeline, and all these timelines are constantly interacting in and out. It's a net of light and consciousness beyond, I've seen it, beyond what we can fathom. Many of us have, in higher states of mind, or in dream states, or in downloads, or in moments of realization. And so it is way more complex and yet way more simple than we think. It is all at once. So we are just about to birth ourselves. And the focus is within. The focus is going back to yourself. Forget about elections, non-elections, economy, whatever at this stage, really. Because everything that we are projecting from within is what it's manifesting in your personal timeline and then broadcasted into a collective timeline and strengthening, yeah. And each of us are riding our own lanes as well. No experience is the same as the other. No one is experiencing life the same way as you are experiencing life. Each one of us is experiencing our lives in a very unique way. My experience is not the same as yours. It is not meant to be. Yet we can share similarities and magnetize and attract similar experiences based on that which we are choosing to experience. And that's how we get into relationships and soul families and family and friendships and all of this, yeah, opportunities, and even the way we are experiencing life at collective way as well. Yeah, there are so many versions of us coexisting. Yeah, so we're just jumping from one or the other depending on where our consciousness is and what it wants to experience. So we truly are driving this